control our understanding. We must understand that peace and resolution of this conflict is our business. This is not something we're doing for somebody.
To build the bridge between Palestinians and Israel.
What can we do to stop the funding of Israel?
Solution, but I've also, just to think out of the box, wondered about Switzerland, which had a federation. And
hi, I'm Mark Trias. I came here from Israel about 3.5 years ago. I would like to talk about the balance of power that I think is a very important point that hasn't been stressed enough.
And I want to say to the doctor, I feel so badly about what happened. And I dread the call that the same will happen with my daughters, who were shelled from Lebanon 2 years ago, and I waited for the call that you got. Unfortunately, I wait for that call every day. So,
for me, the word peace is not just the absence of violence. There is no violence between Syria and Israel, but there is no peace. The word peace, how to feel safe, secure, future, and the present, and to save lives. And that's what do we need, to think of dignity for all, respect for all, and equality for all. Not in a fragmented way. And we don't want to compare Palestinians and Israelis, but what can I say, that both of them, and we, as Palestinians and Israelis, I can say I am, and you as American. But for us as Palestinians and Israelis, we must adopt we, ours, and us. Because we are living and riding the same boat. And any danger will affect all. And the future is linked together. And we must enlarge our understanding and open our eyes and to like for each other what do we like for ourselves. It's not the land, the territory. Small house can fit 400 of friends, but can't fit for 2 fighters. And that's what we have to adopt as a new course, not to deny the other.
It took about 60 years and some to get us where we are now. How long will it take us to undo all this and talk about this?
I can say to you, I don't believe in impossible things in life. Do you know what will happen tomorrow in this world? In this moving, running, and fast motion for this world. Do you know what will happen tomorrow? No one knows. And from our experience, who was leading the panel today? Keith Ellison. 4 years ago, if I came to you to tell you the Congress member representing Minnesota will be Keith Ellison, a black Muslim guy, what are you going to say?
Not in my lifetime.
But who is now? He is. 4 years ago, if I came to you and to tell you the president of the States will be a black guy called Barack Hussein Obama, who is the president now? Nothing impossible. And that if there is goodwill and sincere efforts, we can witness a change soon.
I need to understand that nature of optimism and the nature of love of peace after your personal experience. Where did that come from?
No, it is not the love of peace, the love of humanity, the love of saving lives, of doing good things. And that's which comes from my profession as a physician, where I focused my life to save lives. The most happy moment for me when I handle a baby to his mother. When a woman looking to get pregnant after 10 years of difficulty, to help her and to get the result that she succeeded. This is one thing, my faith as a Muslim, it helps me a lot. We must believe in something. Whatever you believe in, but you have a faith.
You came to talk to Americans, but very few of them they associate your faith with peace. How do you talk to them?
But I associate them and I lead to them, to the humanity that brings all of us together. We share one thing, the humanity. And I think when we defend the humanity and defend someone, any child in this world, we are not defending him as a child because he is from another country. You defend a child who is a human being where we share it, and we must think to share.
In your opinion, what is the nature of the conflict between Palestine and Israel?
The nature of the conflict?
Why it's been going for so
That
long?
we don't know each other. And I think we are stereotyped about each other. And we practice a prejudice against each other without knowing or dealing with each other. Our enemy is our ignorance of each other. And we must meet and discover that we are similar. And both have the same future. To open our eyes about each other. We see each other by one eye. But we have two eyes, and we must use them.
What's the other eye?
We close it either intentionally or we don't want to open
Does
it.
it see anything?
They don't see, they want to see selective in seeing what do we want. To select, what do we call uniocular. I see what do I want, what my media, what do I want, which makes me pleased.
Give me an example.
For us as Palestinians, we see the Israelis in the tanks as the soldiers, the killers, the attacks, the Apache, the F-16.
But that's what's happening to them. That's how they experience
But there is another face. There are Israeli human beings. I worked with Israelis in hospitals. I dealt with people there, and many Palestinians, they dealt with them. And also the Israelis, they think of the Palestinians, they think of suicide bombs, of rockets that the Palestinians want to die. They don't see the other face of the Palestinians in a comprehensive way, not in a fragmented way, that there is a Palestinian nation and there is an Israeli nation, not a Gazan or a West Bank. There is a Palestinian nation who is looking forward to have a state, independent state, side by side to an Israeli state. A Palestinian nation to an Israeli nation.
What's the role of politics and power and all that? And what's your ideal?
I think the politics, we need leaders.
Do we have leaders now? That they
But
can
you can listen to me till I complete it. Leaders can't be real leaders if they are not risk takers and challenging, and to work for their people. Not that the national interest to serve the leaders or the party's interest. The parties are there to serve the national interest. And what do we need? Leaders who are open-minded, who can take the risk with the new vision and the new blood, who can realize that the dignity of the Palestinians equals the dignity of the Israelis, and to work for that, and to practice it, and to translate it into action.